guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus Black Label.
And a big thanks to CJ and the rest of the management and staff here at AutoNation Lincoln in Clearwater, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Clearwater, St. Petersburg, Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for CJ.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Nautilus replaced the MKX as Lincoln's midsize luxury two-row SUV back in 2019. The second generation Nautilus that you see here is all new this year for the 2024 model year, featuring ground up all new interior and exterior design along with an all new top powertrain that we have here. No longer sharing a platform with the Edge either, the 2025 Nautilus rides on an extended C2 platform, which is shared with the Maverick, Bronco Sport, and Escape. The 2024 Nautilus is available in 3 trims and 2 power plants. Standard is the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, which cranks out 250 horsepower, 275 pound-feet of torque, and dropping the powerful 330 horsepower, 380 pound-feet of torque twin-turbo V6 in favor of a hybrid 2-liter turbo mated to a 100 kilowatt electric motor, which cranks out 134 horsepower itself, combined cranking out 310 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. Made it to a CVT transmission. You can expect 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds while getting 30 mpgs, ranging from the $51,000 base Premier up to the top of the line $74,000 Black Label that we have here. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So we get a 3-piece LED projector headlight setup, LED daytime running light running all throughout the center, Lincoln badge also illuminated, really bold and aggressive grille, functional airflow down below with a panel housing our advanced safety features. Functional airflow in each corner, full front parking sensing, forward-facing camera, all helping us out with the 360. And a beautiful metallic bronze paint color. I'll leave a link right here to show you the exact name of it. The wheel and tire setup, we get these black and silver contrasted 22-inch rims wrapped in Goodyear Eagle Touring all-season tires. Dimensions being a square 255/45 R22. The 45 series sidewall should do an excellent job keeping the ride quality super plush with the 255 wide tires, putting the power to the ground very well. Hopefully the rust scrapes off of the brake calipers too, or rotors, I apologize, once I take it out for a drive. Side sensor also helping us out with the 360, all body color trim for the wheel well area, subtle bronze contrast for the Nautilus. We get an aluminum contrast for the rocker panel side skirt area, black contrasted mirrors, LED turn signal on them, and a camera helping us out with the 360. Blind spot monitoring on the glass, black trim for the bottom part of the window trim, blacked out pillars, aluminum trim up top with some aluminum for the roof rails, and a massive panoramic moonroof. The door handles are touch activated. They're not traditional handles with smart access for all 4 doors. The gas cap is not push to open. I'll show you where the latch is inside to open it. The rear wheel and tire setup, same thing as up front. We get a side sensor also helping us out with the 360. Full LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights. Full rear parking sensing too. Shout out AutoNation Lincoln in Clearwater, Florida for helping make this review possible, with a holographic Lincoln badge underneath the LED taillights. Reverse lights are in each corner. Exhaust tip, they're duals. And speaking of the duals, let's fire up this 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder hybrid motor, see if we can rev it up, and hear how she sounds. So as with most hybrids, it doesn't rev conventionally, unfortunately, but hopefully you still had an idea of the sound, and hopefully you pick up the window sticker here on the 2024 Lincoln Nautilus Black Label 2-liter gasoline turbo direct injection FHEV CVT auto transmission. If it's tough to pick up this window sticker, I'll hop over to the opposite side because AutoNation Lincoln of Clearwater thought it through, and they stickered an additional sticker on the outside, helping us see all the options and features. So a base price of $74,000, it is loaded to $2,000 additionally for the Chroma Caviar Dark Gray interior, 2-liter gasoline turbo direct injection hybrid motor, $1,500, but we get a $1,500 discount for the Smile State discount. That's also interesting. After a $1,600 destination charge, we're sitting a tick under $78,000. So we are definitely getting up there for what this vehicle is. It's a mid-size 2-row SUV. This is the same price as the Aviator we just reviewed in this channel, but as you'll see with the interior, this is a clear step above, while still getting 30 mpgs, 30 in the city, 31 on the highway. Let's check out this power plant setup though. We have a double latch, just like BMW interior, so we don't have to pull anything down over here. Anyway, what you see is basically what we get. 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine mated to a 100 kilowatt hour battery, which cranks out 134 horsepower, combined output sitting at 310 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Mated to a CVT transmission, you can expect 0 to 60 in the mid 6-second range. So it's a solid performer, but again, it's definitely not going to blow you away. The Aviator with a 3-liter twin turbo is more than a second quicker to 60. We can shut this hood right down though, take a step back, walk around this 2025 or 2024 Nautilus one more time. Let's take a step inside and see what we get with an almost $80,000 post-destination two-row SUV. We'll set the lights back to auto so the car is not yelling at me. It still is making its noise. I think it's just the door being open that's causing it. Anyway, up top we get leather stitching, same thing for the center, and a gushy soft leather armrest. We get aluminum contrast here also with this 28 speaker Revel audio system. It is unreal crisp. Lock and unlock 3-person memory seats. We get auto one-touch windows for all 4, power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable. Down below we get solid storage, illumination with the light. You'll probably stack 3 or 4 16-inch subs on top of each other. For this price point, I wish they had leather stitching or some type of soft material for this bottom portion. Aluminum Lincoln nameplate as we step inside. We get the 24-way adjustable seats, adjustable headrest, adjustable shoulders, waist area. You can adjust the bottom portion, and 2 separate adjustments for the thigh support. Massage seats, you can recline, drop, lift, 4-way lumbar control. It is an unbelievably adjustable seat. But taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine's already on, everything's fired right to life. The first thing we notice is the steering wheel. It's a 2-tone contrast stitching, stitched horn area. The horn, loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way, of course. We do get dual pane windows, active sound cancellation, and an unbelievably quiet interior. You see your sensors up front for your eyesight, self-drive, hands-free mode. Stocks have a very satisfying click, auto headlamps, auto high beams, and auto rain sensing wipers, all to be expected at this price point. We get our radar cruise control settings on the left side. On the right side, we get our infotainment adjustments, all stitched material for the dashboard and soft touch down below, and our 48-inch digital screen setup in front of our dashboard. It is really impressive. Functions as our gauge display and our infotainment system on the opposite side. If that's not enough, we also have an 11.1-inch actual infotainment display beneath with a Google Maps display. Unfortunately, the map is not loaded into this specific vehicle, but it's one of the best Google Maps displays in the business. We've demonstrated it several times. Not only do you see the display on the touchscreen, you also see it illuminated on this 48-inch digital infotainment screen up front. Our home screen, we can check it out. You can see our audio, our phone information, and our map. Beneath that, we get our vehicle settings, drive modes, ambient lighting, traction control, digital scent. That's an appreciated feature. The seats can be adjusted through the infotainment, valet mode, vehicle status for maintenance, and settings. You can also open your trunk up with the click of a button. You can see what else is available, all of our apps. Pause, take a look, and beneath that, you can configure the display, fuel, time, weather, trip 1, this trip, tire pressure, media, and our trip 2. For now, my personal favorite to leave it at all times would be the home screen. Beneath it, our climate is fully adjusted through the touch sensors. You have dual zone automatic climate control for the front, heated and ventilated seats, but again, all of it's adjusted through the display. The gear selector beneath it, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and low gear. Parking brake, hazard, self-park mode. Defrost through the click of a button. You can access your camera at all times, and our drive mode selector. Our drive modes include normal, conserve, excite, and slippery, all adjusted through the touch settings. You can also access your camera at all times. You press the button, the camera is displayed on this front system, and you have a very high resolution display for the forward facing and 360 with a little adjuster on the touchscreen itself. Throwing into actual reverse, you can see guidance lines and trajectory, and you switch to our backup camera with guidance lines and trajectory for the 360 too. You can adjust different views. You can see your sensors in a full backup view or a side view, so you have a little better idea of where your wheels and tires are going. My personal favorite would be this old school view, and you can adjust based on every direction with these touch sensors. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. Cool. Throwing it right back into park, and we return right back to the previous screen. Behind it, we have a wireless phone charging pad, a crystal volume dial selector, grab handle, nice materials where your knee will often hit, with some additional storage inside here. Hopefully you can pick that up on camera. Mentioned the wireless phone charger, USB A and C port, nice area for a phone, wallet, or keys. 2 cup holders, you'll fit 24-ounce bottles with these pushy things to keep the smaller drinks in place. Everything can be covered up with this aluminum bronze trim too, white contrast stitching, gushy soft leather armrest with solid storage. You get some additional electric components in there and a very solid amount of space. So you can fit a ton of coins and business cards in there. You'll stack 3 or 4 1-liter bottles of soda in there. I wouldn't be surprised if you could fit a 2-liter in there too. USB-C ports and a 12-volt. The glove box is damped and lined felt. I'd expect you to fit 15-20 license plates, 2 pairs of shoes, about 6 to 8 pretty large books with more of that reddish leather above it, wood trim, air vents with some aluminum and piano black contrasting it. Frameless auto-dimming rear view mirror, 3 garage home link settings, more speakers directly into your face. The interior lights are LED, auto air refresh, that's an appreciated feature too. We can open up this panoramic moonroof with a suede Alcantara shade. The shade opens up pretty quickly. We can open it up completely before we open up the glass itself. Pretty quick process. We can open up the glass. Also a decently quick process with a wind deflector there. See if it goes out any further. It does, so well into the second row of space. Poking our way out of here. Beautiful day today in Clearwater, Florida. Sunny and 94 degrees according to this 2025 Nautilus, but I think it's a little bit closer to like 84 degrees. That's what most of the vehicles have been saying in the interior so far today. We can shut this glass right up though. We'll leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you guys can see how much light is brought into the cabin. But that's about it for the inside and outside, at least for the front seat of this 2024 Lincoln Nautilus top of the line black label. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back here, as well as the overall quality of the material. So up top, we still get the leather stitching with white contrast, red leather for the armrest and center portion with the aluminum contrast for the Revel audio system. 2 tweeter speakers and a pretty nice sized bass speaker, auto one-touch window, hard plastic beneath. A pretty solid storage. I'd expect you to fit 2 or 3 footlongs in there. You get an aluminum step-in plate, but it doesn't say Lincoln on it. The second row seats are really well bolstered. I haven't really seen any SUVs with bolstering like this for a second row. They're adjustable. You can recline and slide them. And the legroom looks pretty solid. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have about 6 inches of knee room with soft touch materials for the seat backs. USB-C ports part of the seat. We have mat pockets behind both of the front seats. Heated second row seats also appreciated, but we do not get a third zone climate control back here. They do give you adjustments for the vent controls and the heated seat function with a AC outlet down below, but no actual separate climate control adjustment. At this price point, it would be expected. The interior lights back here are LED. We get a hook for both of the grab handles back here. A ton of light brought into the cabin thanks to this massive panoramic moonroof. I didn't mention sunglass holder as well. There's a rope to pull this center console area with an actual center console, very well padded. The cup holders will fit 16-ounce water bottles, and yeah, very comfortable area for your arm. Mention the seat slides and reclines. This is the furthest back slide setting. Now I have almost a foot of knee room, and the reclines pretty well too. Now I have about 3 inches of headroom. Otherwise, in its top setting, I would have about 1.5 inches of headroom. If you're under 6'4", 6'5", you'll comfortably sit in the back of a Nautilus. You can probably fit back here at 6'8", 6'9", if you slide the seat all the way back, because we don't have anything going on in the cargo area, no third row. If you need a third row, you can upgrade to the Aviator. And I know a lot of you guys would actually prefer the Aviator with its not naturally aspirated power plant, but full gas turbocharged power plant, which cranks out 400 horsepower and is over a second quicker to what we have here. But I know a lot of you guys would rather have the 30 MPGs, all new, updated, modernized tech, and the looks that we have here. This is a beautiful SUV. Definitely can't argue that. There's an SUV for anybody in Lincoln's lineup, ranging from the Corsair, which starts under 40,000 bucks, all the way up to the world famous Navigator. The cargo space, let's check it out. The button sits right between the L and the N for the Lincoln logo, and it opens up pretty quickly. It gives you about a second, so if you have grocery bags in your hands, you can move out of the way and not get doofed in the face. But compared to the Corsair we just reviewed in this channel, this cargo area is massive. That's why you're going with the Nautilus over the Corsair. You just quite simply need the space, you need the extra width, and although the Corsair can fit somebody 6'2", 6'3", you'd rather have an extra inch or two to 3 to 4 inches of extra space just to be a little bit more comfortable. That's why you're going with this SUV. Spare tire, a little bit of secret storage outside of it. You fold the second row seats down, I'd expect you to fit an 85-inch TV in here. It is massive. And again, I'll leave a link right here to let you know exactly how much space. Hooks in the cargo area, LED interior lighting, and buttons to fold the second row seats down electrically with a 12-volt right behind it. You can drop the lift gate right up with a click of a button. It's a pretty slow process, so you got time to get out of the way if you have grocery bags so you don't get, again, doofed in the head. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of the all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus top of the line black label. It is a beautiful SUV inside and out. All new exterior, all new interior, and an all new power plant. My dad actually owned a first generation MKX back in, I want to say 2010-ish, around that time period, with the 3.5 liter V6. That thing was a dog. 0 to 60 was like mid to high 7-second range, maybe even in the 8s. It was not a quick SUV. And then later on, my mom actually got an MKX. It was a 2017. But this one was the 2.7 liter twin turbo V6 with the 330 horsepower, 380 pound-feet of torque, and a 0 to 60 time in the 5s. That thing was a monster. Lincoln, however, dropped that power plant this year for 2024. This is our upgraded power plant, a hybrid setup. The 2 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine made it to a 134 horsepower electric motor. And speaking of that, let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus black label. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions, the brakes take like about a second to really respond. The steering, though, feels really good. Ride quality feels amazing. Almost feels like there's an air ride adaptive suspension here. Yeah, once you lean into the brakes, they're fine. It's just the initial response could be a little bit better. Throttle response, though, is really good with this hybrid setup. We're just in normal mode. We'll try it out in sport. We'll try it out in the conserve modes and just see what the differences are. We can take a step out here. Yeah, really good response. And as you lean into it, wow, this thing rips. In the low RPMs, this has a lot of pull to it. Try one more time. Yeah, once that boost kicks in, you're taking off, but you don't even necessarily have to wait for the boost to kick in because that electric torque will take care of just about all of your low RPM acceleration needs. A little cul-de-sac, real world turning radius. Check this out. It is so sharp. Wow, we can try it out in sport. Try one out off the line. Again, not sport, but excite. Off the line, on the gas. Woo! Yeah? I'm usually not a big fan of the CVT because of all the lag and delay that comes from it, but I don't feel any lag or delay with this one because as soon as you lean into that throttle, you're getting acceleration from that electric power plant. Once that electric power plant starts to fade away a little bit, that turbo boost kicks in and you are moving. Taking a step out here, you can lean into it a little bit. Ooh! I mean, it's definitely not as quick as the 2.7 was, but it's surprisingly close. I was not expecting this power plant to rip the way that it does. And when you're just driving along, it's silent. You don't hear anything. Just listen, do you hear anything? I don't. You lean into it. Electric motor doesn't make any noise. The gas motor doesn't really make any noise. Not like the 2.7 was particularly loud, but even on this road, look at this. Boom, it just rides over it like nothing. This is a really premium feeling SUV. Take a step in here, throwing it in a little bit quicker than we should. Handling is great, wow. And such good response. As soon as you let off that brake, lean onto that throttle, you're getting power immediately. So yes, it may not be faster than the 2.7, but it is definitely quieter. It's definitely a more premium feeling SUV. Just as spacious and looks really good. And for most people, they don't really care how they make the power, if it comes out of a hybrid, if it comes out of a turbo 6-cylinder, if it comes out of an 8-cylinder, you get the point. They just want the power. They want to step in the gas and they want the vehicle to move forward. And this vehicle does a very good job of doing exactly that. Taking a step out here, yeah, really good response. We're still in the excite mode, so we're gonna have a little bit more playful steering, a little bit more sharp braking and acceleration. Go through this roundabout real quick. Yeah, very nimble. Woo! Yeah, it's a sporty, fun platform. Yes, you're not buying this because you expect it to handle and perform like a BMW. If you are buying this because of that reason, I would advise you to stay away from this particular model, because performance-wise, you're not competing really with an X3 or an X5. You are getting way better fuel economy, and you are getting a way more premium and luxurious interior. But if you're looking for the flat-out performance and you don't want to prioritize the interior or features, this is just probably not the vehicle for you. If you're okay with doing 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds, you don't need to get there in 4.5, 5 seconds. But you want to have the best materials that you can possibly get. You want to have the best looks, the most features and tech. This is your car. All right, guys, taking a step out here. One more time on the gas, boost. Yeah, we don't have to open her up any more than that. This thing can rip. It's a quick car, it's silent on the road, it's great on gas, and has every option and feature you could possibly want or need. And let's be honest, it better, because at $77,000 after destination, this is an expensive SUV. Now, by no means am I saying that this isn't an unbelievable luxury SUV, even for the money. It's just when you're ready to spend $75,000 to $80,000 for a premium SUV, I'm not necessarily sure if that level of customer has Lincoln in mind. If they do have Lincoln in mind, they're probably looking at an Aviator or a Navigator. Navigator is probably a little bit more than $77,000 to $80,000, but you get the point. This is not necessarily the vehicle that you have in mind when you're looking to spend $75,000 on an SUV. Still, nevertheless, Lincoln is selling these Nautiluses like crazy. It's the Corsairs that start under $40K that they're having trouble selling. So what do I know about the market? This gets 30 mpgs, got the best materials you can possibly want or need, and it's an unbelievably looking luxury SUV with every option or feature you can possibly want or need. If that's what you're looking for, guys, I would 1000% recommend checking out the 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend going for the black label. At $77,000, I do think there might be better alternatives on the road today. But if you're looking for a Premier, or if you're looking for a Reserve, at 60 to 65K, this is an unbelievable value. 30 mpgs, it is quick, and as I've said multiple times, it is a great looking SUV, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. And a big thanks to CJ and Bill here at AutoNation Lincoln in Clearwater, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new luxury car or SUV in the Clearwater, St. Petersburg, Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and as for CJ. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you'd like to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.